He's making
Yeah.
$85,000. I'm sorry. Get off your high horse.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Your
I've been
little
grappling
ego
with it.
is so
Yeah.
inflated.
What
You're not
happens
even
if-
making six figures, dude.
I've been dating my boyfriend for about a year now, and we're starting to talk about marriage. He's Australian, and basically we were talking about finances, and he would want to keep them like completely separate. He earns like a little over double what I earn. He just bought his first house as well. And it concerns me. He also mentioned maybe wanting me to sign a prenup. And I just feel not secure maybe marrying and having kids with somebody who feels, finances should be 100% separate. So we were talking about it last night, actually, and he was saying, well, I don't believe that it would be our money, if we were married. What I earn is like my money.
So it'd be his house, his money, and you just get the privilege of living there at a discounted rate? Is that what this future looks like?
Basically, I don't think he sees it that way, but
You guys are about to share a bed. You're going to have kids and share genetics that are running around in front of you. Like you're sharing every other part of your life.
And yet you have to Venmo him for Outback Steakhouse?
It's a business relationship, not a romantic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a partnership.
And it causes financial infidelity down the line because you have no say or transparency into what he's doing with money.
mm-hmm.
He could have a spending addiction that you're totally unaware of because you don't see the account. You don't have access to the account.
Is he bringing in a lot of money? Does he have like millions of dollars in an account that he's bringing in?
No, he's making about 85, and he works.
Okay,
a lot of
all right.
overtime to do
Hold
so.
on. Can we hold on?
I thought
Hold
this
on,
guy
Shelby.
was like a multimillionaire.
I know.
Shelby, I thought he was
Yeah.
making like I thought he was a surgeon. I thought he was making $500,000 to $600,000, and you're like, I'm making $150,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's making
know, yeah.
$85,000. I'm sorry. Get off your high horse.
Yep.
I can't. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't. Well, I'm like,
No,
I'm sorry. Your
I've been
little
grappling
ego
with it.
is so
Yeah.
inflated at 85. Like 85 is great. Listen, it's
like,
great.
Hey, babe, let me handle it. I'm the breadwinner here.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? What
You're
happens
not
if
even making six figures, dude. Like,
what happens
I
if you
can't.
make more than him? Then do you get control
I
of the
Well,
board?
that's been a lot of my issue because I've told him, if this is how we entered a marriage, at some point, because of some other circumstances, I could see maybe in the future I may earn more. His job is very physical. If he loses it, that's it's going to be an issue. And if I do earn more later on and you have an issue, I'm going to feel like, well, I hope you figure it out because that's how you treated me. And that's not the mindset I'm wanting
Right.
to go
Yeah,
into.
either
And you're
way, the
already
relationship
going
is
into-
ruined.
And you're already going into scorekeeping. Like even that scenario.
Yeah.
And you're not even married yet. You know what I mean?
Okay, so here's the thing. I watch and I listen to David Ramsey's show a lot. Like when I'm in my car or whatever, I'll put on a podcast and just sit there and listen to, some of the stories and some things that they're teaching and stuff like that. But I cannot sit here and tell you guys that stuff like this doesn't pop up often because it honestly does. Like giving relationship advice is completely different from giving financial advice, right? You have the results and everything when it comes to finances. You have helped hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people get out of debt. Respect that, right? But the way that they are going about doing things is not cool. You're sitting here trying to, no, you're not trying to. You got people that make a decent amount of money, but out here shaming a man that makes $85,000 per year. That's double. That's double what the average person makes in America. I believe like the average income for an individual, male or female, is somewhere around like $45,000. So he's doubling that. And you have people out here that's supposed to be coaches, mentors, or whatever, sitting here like picking at this guy and talking about like, yo, bro, you're not even making no crazy amount. $85,000, almost $100K. Let's go ahead and put this thing into perspective, right? I believe it is somewhere close to, if he's making roughly around like $85,000 per year, he's within the 10 to 12% of earners. It's only about 10 to 12% of people that make that type of money. And you're sitting up here shaming this guy because not only does he make that, but she also said he has a house as well, which means no, he's doing something right, right? And the thing about certain individuals that have been living their life correctly or whatever is they want to protect anything that they've made, anything that they've earned. And it's only right, like, yo, if you look at, and I think it's a little bit harder for women to understand this rather than a man, right? Because if you look at family court, divorce court, child support, whatever court, like those things, when men go into that court, more oftentimes than not, they are getting wrecked, right? Half at least. I've even seen some guys go in there and they taking more than half. So I understand why this gentleman is just trying to protect those assets. Now, she also continued to go or whatever after you had another guy, part of the Dave Ramsey show, that was sitting there being a beta male or whatever, trying to say like, so you got to Venmo him. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Don't be extra. I doubt that he's doing anything like that. I think that the reason why this young lady was even considering this guy or wanting him to be her husband was he seems like he's probably a great guy, got his head on straight, you know what I mean? And he's doing all the things that he's supposed to be as a man and as a leader, which is why she's probably considering this guy in the first place. But again, you have beta, simp males, or whatever out there instead of being honest, staying 10 toes down, and at least giving some type of pushback instead of going with the go along, get along game. They sitting here teaming up on this guy and trying to do the most. And I've seen a clip. I've seen a clip online, and it's so funny when the shoe is on the opposite foot. It's like they don't keep that same type of energy. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, we're gonna go ahead and play the clip.
I just inherited a little over $8,000.
Wow.
And I'm getting married in a little over 3 months, and so I want to know if I should get a prenup or not.
Wow. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Whoa.
Where'd the money come from?
So my grandpa was super high up the chain at the local McDonald's. I think he was at one point the head cashier before he retired.
Okay.
Before this happened, did you have any money?
Yeah, I have been really good with my money. I have about $1,500 saved in my checking account.
Okay.
Did he know that you were going to be getting this money? Was this a conversation, or was it a little bit out of the blue for both of you?
Well, so he knew my grandpa was well off. I just don't think he knew.
So y'all seen that clip, right? Not the same energy, right? And if you listen to the beginning of her clip, she said they've only been dating for about a year. Ma'am, you are still a complete stranger. And obviously, if she's thinking, because she was saying something a little bit later on that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, basically, his job is, I guess, physically demanding. And what happens if, for whatever reason, you get hurt or whatever, and that thing comes into question, and maybe the roles shift. She starts earning a little bit more than what he's earning, and then she's already seeming like, or she sounded like she's gonna go tick for tack. To be honest with you, fam, like, I'm not giving out any advice, but I would encourage anybody, any brother or anybody that hears stuff like this to run for the freaking hills. You got somebody that said the only issue that she had when she was talking about this guy, she didn't say anything about him being a bad guy, him being emotional, physically abusive, any of those things. The only thing that she said that made her put everything into question is that he wanted a prenup. That's it. The guy wanted a prenup, so I'm not really sure if this is somebody that I can see myself being with long term. Well, leave and go and get some. If you can do better, go do better, right? You know better, so if you know better, go do better. Don't sit here and hackle me and get on my nerves or whatever. If you feel like you can do better, then I would encourage anybody that don't see eye to eye, or they feel like this ick or whatever this issue is something that you cannot look past, or this person is standing 10 toes down on that after y'all done had a conversation with each other. If there's something you can't get, go on about your business. See you later. And here's the crazy thing, right? The guy makes about $85,000 per year, and it's so crazy how they continue to try to shift the issue or the possible issue in this matter could still be the guy. One of the I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he said, I mean, you don't really have any say so in what he does with his money, right? He could have a gambling addiction or a money addiction. Yo, bro, come on. He makes $85,000, and she even said this guy just bought his own house. He just bought his first home. Obviously, he's doing something right with his money. I mean, like, come on, man. It's unfortunate that you have people out here that have all this knowledge, that have this big following, and they get on these doggone cameras and they're sitting here speaking and talking and spreading mess like this. So going back to the comment that she made about, what if something was to happen later on down the line and she starts making more money than him, she said, then, hey, basically, if it gets to that point, because this is how we start, this is how I feel, then, hey, tough titty. You do what you got to do to be able to. That's what it sounds like. Like she's already jumping ship because this man asked for a prenup. For those of you that don't understand, prenubs exist in every single last marriage, whether you choose to believe that or not. The difference is the government has put things into place instead of you and your partner, your significant other, your husband, your wife, or whatever. Instead of y'all coming together and y'all figuring out and have something drawn up together. That's the only difference. But a prenup already freaking exists. The issue is guys just tend to get wrecked, get half of their ish taken because they don't come up and they don't draw up a contract between y'all two before it even gets to this. And then another thing, this is the last point I'm going to address, and then we're going to get the heck up out of here. The guy said, I keep going back to the guy, little Mighty Mouse. I'm not worried. Stay over there. Let me finish this video. Hold that thought. Anyway, like I was saying, right? One of the points that the guy made, the last point that one of the guy in that video was making was, so what happens when you start to make money? Are you going to be in control? What the hell are you talking about, fam? Like, no, he just basically said that his money is his money and her money is her money. Like when it comes to finances or whatever, I'm pretty sure with this guy, again, he's already purchased his own home. He's already setting up for later on. You know what I mean? He's already gonna be good. Now you're more than welcome to come in or whatever, and we can pretty much just go from there. It's not about being in control over anybody else. It's about me being in control over my life. I can control what I can control. I can't control what this young lady does, regardless whether we choose to get married, have a child, or whatever. I can't control whether she wants to live. I can't control whether she wants to stay or whether she wants to go, right? But what I can control is how I move, how I make sure that the move that I make, if I'm going to include anybody else in them, that they're going to be a little bit more calculated, right? Again, I can't force you to stay, but based on facts, data, statistics, and what I see, what normally happens to guys, they get married and get divorced, they normally get wrecked. Now, if divorce never pops up, divorce never comes up, you go on about your way, I go on about my way. No love lost, you go on about your way, I go on about mine. And it's as simple as that. We out here in 104 or 105 degree heat. It's crazy. Anyway, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this type of video? I normally don't do too many things talking about like finances and stuff on this channel. I normally save that for GQ Real Estate, but I thought that this was important because you were kind of like tying relationships and finances and everything else up under that bubble into this video. So figure why not go ahead and go over it. And hopefully we can get y'all thoughts and y'all can let me know what do you guys think about this video. All right. Until the next time, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa.